morning! My name is Isaac Vidalis.
And my name is Chase Gable. Welcome to NHMS News.
The 8th grade is currently working on a social injustice project. This project entails a research tracker, works cited, hit sheet, thesis paper, and entail rough draft, revising, and preparing for the final speech. The point of the speech is to speak up for what you think is right and what you think needs to be done.
Alright, go.
Alright, so I have a couple questions for you to answer. So the first one is, what's your hometown?
So my hometown is Edgerton, Minnesota, but I actually grew up and was born and raised in Alta Vista.
Okay. What college are you going to?
I go to Wartburg College down in Waverly.
Okay. The last question is, what made you get into education?
So both my parents were teachers growing up. My dad actually was a superintendent of the high school where I graduated. My mom was my first grade and kindergarten teacher, so just naturally being able to be at the school with my parents and kind of work with them, I kind of just naturally fell into teaching a little bit, so kind of came naturally to me a little bit.
Alright, so that's it for our questions.
Alright, yeah, thank you.
Very much.
Yeah.
Let's turn it over to sports news.
Middle school boys update. The 7th graders played Decorah on January 25th. They played at Decorah. The A team lost with a score of 21-31, and the B team won with a score of 31-19. The 8th graders played Decorah on January 25th also. The A team lost with a score of 9-41, and the B team lost with a score of 4-46. Friday, January 28th, we will have a high temperature of 7 degrees and a low temperature of -3 degrees. It will be partly cloudy with a 7% chance of precipitation. Saturday, January 29th, will have a high temperature of 17 degrees and a low temperature of 12 degrees. It will be mostly cloudy with a 7% chance of precipitation. Sunday, January 30th, will have a high temperature of 19 degrees and a low temperature of 9 degrees. It will be mostly cloudy with 11% chance of precipitation. Monday, January 31st, will have a high temperature of 26 degrees and a low temperature of 23 degrees. It will be partly cloudy with a 7% chance of precipitation.
This day in history, January 28th, Space Challenger. In 1986, the Space Shuttle named the Challenger exploded just after it had lifted off. There were 7 astronauts that were killed from the explosion. Many people and students saw this event because it was live on television. There was a malfunction in the equipment. Upcoming events. January 28th, JV varsity girls basketball at New Hampton versus Decorah, and JV varsity boys basketball at New Hampton versus Decorah. January 29th, wrestling boys varsity conference tournament versus multiple teams at New Hampton. February 1st, boys 8th grade basketball versus Waverly Shell Rock at Waverly, and 7th grade boys basketball at New Hampton versus Waverly. February 3rd, JV boys and girls basketball versus Central Springs at Central Springs, and varsity boys and girls basketball at Central Springs. Boys 8th grade basketball plays Cresco at New Hampton Middle School gym, and 7th grade boys play Cresco at Cresco. Boys 9th grade basketball versus Charles City at New Hampton. February 4th, JV girls boys basketball versus Charles City at Charles City. Then varsity boys girls versus Charles City at Charles City. 7th and 8th grade boys basketball versus Sumner Fred at Sumner Fred.
Thank you for watching NHMS News.
It's a great day to be a Chickasaw!